Alright guys, I just wanted to demonstrate the database that I modified for generating the soil inputs. So let's say you have a database that you download from the soil survey, and you extract it into this folder, and that comes with the database that they had. What I did was I modified this database, and you should have in your email a new file that says same name dash odh. First thing you might want to do is make this title short, the folder name. Get rid of those brackets. That's gonna create some problems for us. Okay, now what you want to do is, it doesn't matter where you save it. I would recommend keeping a master copy on your parent folder, and then copy and paste it in your actual soils database. And instead of using this, let's open this. Now you're gonna have to enable the macros as usual, and then specify the path name. Now here the path name is where did it go? Okay, so we're gonna go to this tabular folder that you had, and let's see if I can. Okay, now as you know already, the database is asking for a path name to the tables folder, so that's what I'm doing here. I'm gonna copy that link, copy that path, paste it here, and click OK. After this, it's gonna take at least a couple of minutes to read all the text files, bring them into the database. I'm gonna pause while it does that and come back. Alright, so the database is still reading the files, and okay, so after the database is done reading the files, it's gonna eventually show you this form. Now once you have this form, now make sure you're just be very patient when the database is reading all the files. It might take a while and might show that it's not responding, but don't worry about all those things. Now once you get all this, once you get this form, just click on this button which says create Rosetta Inputs. It will take you to this form, and read through the instructions. The first thing you need to do is go to your C drive and create a new folder and call it Rosetta Inputs underscore inputs. I already have that folder, so I'm not gonna worry about creating a new folder, but that's the folder you're gonna create. It's just an empty folder. Now we're just gonna go through step 1 and step 2, that's all. So click the step 1 button, and you're gonna just click through several OKs and yes. Just keep clicking yes all the way, and then it will, in the end, it will tell you that it created 2 tables, and you're gonna have to export the tables button. Now second step is the actual export of data. So click on the export. It says this will export 2 files to this folder. Click OK, and it will say success. Click OK again. Go to your C drive Rosetta Inputs, Now this first folder is the actual input file that you can use to create uh, the inputs for Rosetta, and this is uh, a file that has more information on the soils. So let me show you what it's gonna it has created. This is the master file, or I'm calling it a reference file for Rosetta, and you can see it's giving you all the different codes, the name of the soil, name of the component, and then you can also see there is a this is the edge. The horizon means the layer, so the layer name, then you have the unique number that represents that layer for each soil. Now these are the inputs that you have: the depth of the layer, top depth, bottom depth of the layer, then sand, silt, clay, bulk density, water content, and so on. Now you also get saturated hydraulic conductivity in this table. This is just a reference table, you don't really need it. You might need it to, you will need it to derive to find out the depth, the top and bottom depth of the each layer. Now let me close this, open the actual Rosetta inputs. Now this is a unique number that's gonna connect you to the actual name of the soil and the layer number of the soil. Now these are the actual inputs that you need, and these two are just references that you have. These are just for your information, so that you know which soil it is and what layer you're looking at. So for example, Amanda silt loam 12 to 18%, 0 centimeters is this record. Then the next layer for the same soil starts at 23 centimeters, and properties are here. Same thing here, 107 centimeters, and the properties are here. Now this starts the new soil. You can see the soil description is different. So you got several soils. What you can do is, if you're doing only one soil for this, create a filter and select the soil that you want. For example, if you are interested in Blount, you can select Blount, click OK, and you got all the soil properties for Blount. You can copy these fields and create your Rosetta input. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of all the filters, close this. One more time, this file is just for your reference. If you need the saturated conductivity or the top depth of the layers, go to this file and find it out. So you can go to this file, do the same thing here, apply a filter, go to your soil name, and go to, if you are selecting Blount, go to Blount, and you got all the properties for Blount. Now I'm gonna close this. Very important part is that, as you can see here, there is a missing value. If you go further down, there are some soils, for example the Edwards muck, 0 centimeters is missing all the properties. Okay, now there are a few more soils which are missing 1 or 2 properties. So you're gonna have to be careful in terms of this. For example, this, whenever you filter your soil, again you're gonna have to be very careful and make sure that there are no missing values for all the layers. So this is my first layer, this is good. I have all the properties. Again, everything is good, everything looks good. So make sure you have all the properties for each soil. If you don't, the Rosetta is gonna give you an error. For creating the Rosetta input, there are two options. You can either create like a text file, and that format example is given in the Rosetta itself, or you can update the Rosetta database itself and create that input file. Alright, I think that's all I have. Once again, just to make sure you remember where we started, extract your soil database, copy your master database into that soil database folder, and then open that database. Once you specify the tables folder, you're gonna come here, click on the Rosetta Inputs, and then you're gonna go through these steps, and then you will find your exported files here in the C/Rosetta Inputs. Alright, that's all I have.